What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Season 2, episode 38. Pack. Malcolm, what we got going on?
Hey, yo, what's poppin'? So we got rap beef. We talking about rap beef. We talking about our little singles. That's our Loosie Goosies. All the new music albums that came out. What other albums would they be except for music? Really cool stuff there. We're talking about Monday Night Football. We're talking about sports. A little, kind of, not really. And we're talking about rap beef. What did Pusha T say on the Joe Budden podcast? We're having it all here tonight, baby. Listen to us right now.
Yo, that's not his voice. You can keep listening. Pink Sweats! Let's go!
Two mics, two friends, one show, let's go. Two mics, two friends, one show, let's go. Let's go, yeah. Two mics, two friends, one show, let's go. Let's go, let's go. Two mics, two friends, one show, let's go. The Daps and Pounds show. This is the Daps and Pounds show. Yeah, you know.
What's up, everybody? How are you doing? We have done it. We have made it another week. We hope that you are in the car. We hope that you are doing just amazing things in your week. We have this podcast here for you to help you get through it. My name is Malky. To my left, we have
Gawvi.
Represent two mics,
Two friends.
and one show.
The Daps and Pounds show. What up,
Woo! We are here.
I like how you transition from like, I hope you're in the car, and then doing amazing things. It's just like the car, that was the only location.
You're on your way to the car, or you're at work.
You're on the way to the car, okay, working
on your way
out.
to the car, working out. In the back seat on a long road trip.
Okay.
What else could you be doing?
Cubicle.
Rock climbing, cubicle. You could do tons of things with earbuds.
Cooking, cleaning. I love listening to podcasts while doing chores, but Mary would say I don't do chores, so I don't know what to do about that one.
That's funny. Yeah, I think you can really listen to this podcast anywhere, and I say that because I listen to other podcasts absolutely everywhere. So hopefully you guys are treating our podcast like I treat other podcasts.
Yes.
Now, online, we would love for you guys to get in contact with us and tell us what you think. Tell us what we need to change. Tell us what we're doing great. Just say what's up. Dobie, where can they find us online?
Yeah, hit us up. Daps_pounds, Twitter and Instagram. Slide into our DMs. I mean, we're looking always for new music and stuff like that. If you guys catch something like you're like, yo, this is really tight, I would love for the other Daps and Pounds listeners to listen to this guy, this dude, this girl, this singer, this artist, this rapper, whatever it may be. Hit us up, Daps_pounds.
Hit us up, guys. We have a show that's jam-packed full of stuff for you guys this week. There was a bunch of like weird drops that happened, so we're gonna go over those. Anything news-wise that happened? I'm trying to think.
Cardi B came out with a ASMR interview, and she's actually pretty darn good at ASMR.
Yeah, I heard about that.
The comments are hilarious because they're like, yo, like for real though, she's pretty good at this.
I heard about that, and then I also heard that she's dropping a single Thursday.
That'd be big.
So this is going to be the new era of Cardi B. This is post baby. This is post like official wedding and everything. So like, we're gonna see. I feel like the pressure's on her right now. Like I feel
to a degree but I don't think as much because everybody just thought Bodak Yellow would just be a one-hit wonder. And believe it or not, in this interview, she actually said, and I didn't know this, but oh my gosh, what's the single with J Balvin?
Oh, I Like It Like That. That's
I Like
big.
It Like That is actually the best-selling single out of all of them. So it's bigger than Bodak Yellow, actually.
That's good. That's what happens when you do crossover stuff, though. I think it really gets you to another audience.
It made me think, like, we called that one. I even said it. I was like,
song.
And I texted you. I said, this is the hit.
Yeah.
She does have another hit.
Yeah. That drips on a Sprite commercial, or not Sprite, sorry, Mountain Dew Ice. Drip is on that. It's moving. It's moving. I guess I've heard that the radio is starting to play the Kehlani song more and more too. So. Ring, ring, ring. So I think that's going to start ringing off a little bit too. And then this new single on Thursday, it could be crazy out here.
Good for her.
Could be crazy out here for Cardi B.
Yeah, good for her.
So is there any more news?
Yeah. It's kind of like nine. I'll wait till good, bad, bad.
Okay. Well, we're gonna get right into it. If you've never seen this segment, heard this segment rather, if you don't know anything about us, this is your very first time listening to this amazing podcast, then good, bad, bad is where you get to know your co-host just a little bit about each one of us and our week since the last time you heard from us. So good, bad, bad. Dobie, what you got?
So I had my contest. I'm just gonna lay it out on the line. Guys, I didn't win. I didn't even get third place.
Okay.
So I did my best. It was funny because, one, I did get nervous beforehand. Two, I didn't mess up on like most of my studying. I messed up, like I couldn't think of like words that I actually knew, like stuff I've known about Lexus forever. Just my brain decided not to remember it. The interior color Chateau was gone from my memory entirely during that time period. But the guy who won was a guy who's actually done it multiple times. He said he's gotten second at nationals both other times. And he was like, I think this is my last hoorah. So I was like, good for you, man. Enjoy the trip with your wife. Please beat out that one dude. Take that money home. You know what I'm saying? So it was a good trip overall, but we went to the Chicago Bulls locker room. Mm-hmm. Wild. How many people get to say that they've even just been to a professional basketball locker room, period? But I thought it was incredible because I was like, yo, like Michael Jordan roamed these halls. Scottie Pippen roamed these halls. Like people like that. And I was just thinking, dang, you know, the amount of history that took place in that room, like, you know, that was what was crazy for me. Mm-hmm. So, overall, good trip, good experience. Won some stuff. I got like a Yeti koozie that was kind of tight. All sorts of just little swag items, as they call them. So that was fun.
Swag.
Yeah, I got some swag. So that was good. So what I was gonna save, what was it? The Haunting of Hill House on Netflix.
You like it?
That show's wild, bro.
I've heard nothing but good things. Nothing but good things.
That show's wild. And for anybody who is into film, studying film, looking at cuts, edits, shots, man, it's just overall, story's good. It's shot really well. The framing is crazy on some of these scenes. We just got done. Yeah, I don't want to spoil anything at all, but it's crazy.
Nice.
It's crazy. Bad. What would be a bad? You know, I'm a little bummed that we couldn't go to Tanner's Orchard together, but it happens.
I know Chase. When we were leaving, Chase said he thought he saw you.
No, you left. I tried to wave to you.
I didn't see you, but he said he saw you.
You guys were pulling out of the parking lot right when we parked.
Okay.
And I was trying to be like, yo, and then, but y'all left.
Yeah, we had just left.
You just left.
Did you have a good time?
Yeah.
Good.
I don't know, dude. People drop like hundreds at that place. It's kind of wild.
Oh yeah, you can. There were times that my family would go multiple times, like during like a Tanner season. Like,
I mean, the stuff's good, but it ain't like heaven.
I don't know. I love Tanner's. It's just kind of like a thing in this area.
Right, but
I'm a big
Did you
fan.
buy like 10 dozen donuts? Like people were like,
no, but
that's what I'm trying to say. Like people were wilding out.
We've gone and had a cart and spent $300 before.
Well, dang.
In like one thing. It's a lot.
Well,
because
dang.
after you get the salsa, after you get, like my mom gets like the hand lotions and soaps and stuff, like the naturally made crap.
Naturally made crap.
It's good though. I like it.
I think a lot of that stuff's white labeled though. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, some of it probably is.
For those of you who do not know what white label is, it would be as if another brand is actually using straight up Heinz ketchup, but all of the branding is for the other brand, and that is a white label. You made a
Great
deal
business, though.
with Heinz ketchup to sell their product under a different look.
Mm-hmm. Great business though. That's how you
It
make good
actually
money.
is out there way more than people think.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Way more.
Way more.
Way more.
What was I gonna say?
Just I feel
forgot now.
tired a lot. That's yo.
What's up?
Red Dead 2.
Okay.
This
Is it
weekend.
out?
Friday.
Okay, I keep
Friday.
seeing people go crazy on Twitter and
Friday.
they're giving me false. Like I'm like,
Friday.
oh, it's out. It's out.
Friday.
Okay, so this whole weekend you're probably gonna be
Friday.
Red Deading it up.
Red Dead on Friday. Saturday, actually, we were invited. Our neighbors are having a get together, and they wanted us to come over.
Okay.
So that's what we're doing Saturday night.
Okay.
Isn't that? I feel really old saying that. Our neighbors.
But you're in that
invited
phase
us.
of life though, like so you shouldn't feel old. It's just where you are in life.
Yeah.
Everyone will get there eventually.
Yeah. I feel like once that. Are you looking forward to that time? Are you there yet?
My mind can't mentally do that.
My mind's telling me no.
But my hobbies, my hobbies.
That's funny. That was a good one. Dang, what a catch.
Moss.
Hooper.
Shout out to Hooper. Yeah, no, I can't. My mind actually can't think like that, and it's just I'm not. No, I mean, but I'm sure those will be fun. Those nights, like when you are at that level in life.
Yeah, for sure.
That'll be
Because
dope.
remember, once you get married, we're going to, you know where we're going.
Oh yeah, we made a pact to do Times Square, New Year's Eve, and the muck and everything. So yeah, that'll be dope.
I have a feeling though we'll like it just knowing how we are, we'll like want to be down there for a little while, and then at the same sorry, we're also watching Monday Night Football. This is a late night recording. It's already like 8:00 here on a Monday. That was a crazy throw. I feel like we will eventually though like just want to be like, oh, let's just go back up to the hotel. Try to get one of those hotels that have like the view of everything.
Oh yeah.
That'd be fun too.
I don't know. I kind of want to like go through New York and like be around all the grime and grit.
That's
I'm
true.
gonna go to New York in the spring, and I want to like do New York things. Like I want to like I haven't
have
been to New York.
$1 pizza slices.
$1 pizza slices. I want someone to step on my Timbs and get in a fight. Like I just want to get stabbed or something. I want to see trash in the alley. That's where I am.
You're definitely gonna see trash.
Have fun at your neighbor's at your neighbor's party. I'm getting a fight. in New
Yes.
York.
Running to Andre, three stacks.
Yeah.
That'll be fun, man. Well, that's all I got, man.
Okay. So good, bad for me. I'll start with bad. Bad is that I went to a haunted house and it was not very haunted. And I'm starting to think that I am just extremely desensitized and nothing. Like I want to die. Like stab me, chase me for real. For real, like run after me.
Or was it just a really bad one?
It wasn't actually bad because it was the asylum thing.
Yeah.
In Bartonville. And I don't think it's bad. I thought it was actually kind of cool because they have a story. Like they have a whole like story thing that goes with it. It's kind of cool.
What if you do? Have you seen The Dark Tourist on Netflix?
Oh, yeah.
What if you go with that guy, the guy who like tortures you?
That's a little much.
But you said stab me.
But I want I want you to like come at me.
You can't roll back now.
But I have to kill people then. Like I have to kill people. I want you to like come at me like you're going to stab me.
Yo, one of the
and
days.
chase me.
Hold on. When we blow up, there's gonna be one day people are gonna be taking these snippets.
Oh, I'm getting in trouble for sure. Nav. Everyone's gonna like, yeah, no. I'll say it right now. I don't regret anything.
I said MGK though.
Yeah.
Whatever.
No, I don't regret anything I say here. But yeah, haunted house wasn't very haunted. It was okay. But it was just I'm just desensitized towards haunted houses. Good though. Getting another dog tomorrow. My mom, her dog died. Man, it's been almost a year now ago that our dog Sierra died, and so she's getting a new dog tomorrow. It's a 1-year-old rescue. My mom loves rescues, so it's a 1-year-old rescue. It is a terrier poodle mix, and it's funny because it's the biggest dog that we've had. We usually get little dogs.
Sorry, Malcolm forgot to plug in his laptop. What a Malcolm.
We fight me.
I thought we were.
Why'd
you say it like that? Fight me.
We usually get little dogs. We usually get like 7-8 pound max. Like, so Rudy, my other dog, my sister's dog, she is 8 pounds, and then she's 8 pounds when she hasn't been exercising. Like, she's usually like 6.5 to 7 pounds. So the dog that we're getting tomorrow is like 22 pounds. And it is it's smaller than Otto, but bigger than Belle. And those are Dobie's dogs that he has. So it's in between them. And I think that my mom is extremely excited. The dog has a good temperament, so that'll be good. I hope that he's not too crazy because my mom's old, but
yeah, your mom can't handle a crazy dog.
No, I'm gonna be around to help her though. It's cool. It's exciting. I ordered him a Burberry collar, like a bow tie collar that he's gonna like.
Swag. What's the name?
I decided to name him Quincy. I like Quincy as a name because it's
Quincy.
like you kind of sound like an old distinguished man.
Yeah.
So Quincy is his name.
My name is
I'm gonna
Quincy.
enjoy. And I took over to the pound. I brought over my old Michael. This is vintage champion made Michael Jordan jersey from when I was 6 years old, and it fits him. So he's gonna wear it sometimes. So shout out to Quincy. We get him tomorrow. That's gonna be my homeboy to hang out with. But yeah, man, Tanner's went to the apple orchard. Got lost in a corn maze, you know, just all like the stuff. Fed some goats finally.
Yeah, man. Feeding goats.
I
in the
love
llama.
goats. I absolutely love goats. They're really cool animals to me. I don't know why. They're just majestic. Shout out to goats.
How majestic is
Shout out to
your
corn
name,
salsa. Shout out to everything that comes with goats and corn salsa. So yeah, man. Good, bad, bad. That's what I had.
Yes.
You've heard from me and Dobie once again. That is Daps_pounds. If you want to tell us your good, bad, bad, we'll listen. That's cool.
Yes, queen. Yes.
And we are going to get to the new music. There, like I said, there's a bunch of stuff that dropped. I'm very, very happy with a lot of the stuff that dropped. I'm pretty subpar with some stuff that dropped, and then some stuff was not good. So pretty much all of the emotions you can
Do you
feel.
have a Trinidad? We haven't said Trinidad in a while.
Haven't said Trinidad in a while. I don't think I have a straight Trinidad. I have stuff that I have not been super happy with though.
Okay.
So we're gonna start, man. There's no such thing as album release dates anymore. That was proven again this week with Future and Juice WRLD. They put out an album, World on Drugs, mixtape album. I don't even know anymore. But they put that out this week, and they only let us know like a little bit in advance that they were doing it, like maybe 3 days. So Wi-Fi went down. Juice WRLD and Future put out World on Drugs. It's a mixtape album no one really knows anymore. But you've heard Juice WRLD from Lucid Dreams. It's called Lucid Dreams, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, Lucid Dreams. That song kind of blew up, and a lot of people have been talking about him. And then Future's Future. You guys have heard Future for a long time now. Isn't it weird that Future's like a veteran?
Yeah, he really is though. He's
At
been
the gym last week, I listened the same damn time, and I was like, fam, this song was crazy.
It's still good though.
That song.
It's
and
still
then I
good.
listened to the Puff and Ludacris remix, and Luda got off at the end of that. Like, oh man, what a time when Future was a rookie. It's so
And
nuts to think about.
Pluto dropped. Dude,
Yeah.
Pluto was everything when that dropped.
Magic featuring T.I. Leave the parking lot, scream magic. Like, it was so good. Shout out to Future. So World on Drugs, this is 16 songs, and I listened to all of it. This is just in the same vein of everything else that Future does with like these weird collab projects. You can tell it's sped up. You can tell it's very rushed. It's very out of nowhere. A lot of repetitive songs as far as sounding the same kind of.
Right.
Like, it's really hard for me to like stick out and go, oh, that one was this song. That one was this song. There's like 2 or 3 songs each time that you'll remember, and the rest is like a blend of one song in your head.
That's exactly how I felt about this project. Nothing, to be fair though, nothing like super stood out to me, but I'm not really that big of a fan of Juice WRLD.
Right.
I'm just not. Beat selection, I think the beats were all hard. I think you know if you're gonna like this or not. That's the thing about this project.
Yeah.
You know your likings, you know the style of music that you prefer. If you don't like Future, you're not gonna like this project. If you don't like Juice WRLD, I feel like is it just me or the chorus is more prominent for Juice WRLD than Future, when really it used to be the other way around.
I agree. Yeah.
So I think you see a lot more of Juice WRLD in this. So I don't know. I think some people, it's going to be a love it or hate it project, in my opinion. I don't really think there's going to be a whole lot of people in between. Maybe in today's, actually, no, I take that back, because in today's playlist world, I think you can find at least maybe one song that you can throw in a playlist, get hype, party playlist, whatever.
I've seen Fine China.
I told you.
And Oxy and Red Bentley on a lot of the Spotify playlists. Not just
Fine
new...
China is on a lot because that was their first single.
Right.
That was the first release off this
Right.
project. And I told you guys how I felt about that. I just can't rock with, like, I don't know, just the chorus hit weird in the second half.
Yeah.
I don't mind
I've seen
'cause
those
your
3
boy
a
is like
lot
a
though.
vagina. Like
Those,
what?
those 3 I've seen a lot though on Spotify playlists. And I can't picture anything else popping up there, but who knows? Like, I don't know. There's so, you know what I'm learning too? There's so many different ways to go viral now.
Oh, 100%.
With a song after the fact, where it used to be, if it's not a hit in the first 2 weeks, then it won't be. So I can't necessarily say that, especially because this style of hip hop is so popular right now. But like you said, I agree that if you like this style of music, then you're going to like this. I definitely agree. And I'm different. I'm like with mood. So I might be in the mood for this type of stuff and I'll listen to it.
No, 100%.
Or I might not be in the mood for it, so I won't listen to it. It just kind of depends. So yeah, Juice WRLD, Future, World on Drugs. I honestly kind of like the title and the blend of
it makes
of
sense
both
for
of
what
them.
they are.
Yeah.
Except hasn't Future said like he actually doesn't do drugs? It's just a thing that he talks about.
You know, I've heard that, but I've heard also that he does like a lot of lean. He drinks a lot of lean, but I don't know, man. These rappers are all liars, but I don't know. Lil Yachty, Nothing to Prove. So this is very interesting to me. First of all, I love this cover art.
Cover art is incredible.
I think it's great. For those who haven't seen the cover art, it is Lil Boat on a boat, water in the background. He's smoking out of like the old school fisherman pipes. He's wearing coveralls, like a bucket hat, like he's fishing.
But with all his chains.
Beautiful, beautiful cover art. Nothing to Prove as a title as well, because the first album was a flop. Like it had a lot of build up around it. Especially with the cover art of the last album, there was a lot of people talking about it, the controversy and stuff like that, and there weren't any like huge standout hits from that first album. There's some stuff that stayed around for a few weeks, but that's about it. And so Nothing to Prove with this cover art I like, because it's just kind of saying, hey, I'm not coming at you with a bunch of controversial stuff. I'm not going to hype up this project a lot. I'm just going to put it out.
Right.
I like that. That is the right approach I think that he should take. And I still hold, even after listening to this, I still hold true what we said season 1 when we were breaking down the first album. He is likely to stay around based on personality, probably more than anything else.
Right.
On Complex right now, they gave Trinidad James a sneaker show.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
So, and we said the same thing about him. Like personality wise,
That's true.
he has flavor and like he's
Gold on my chain.
which is still a hit. I don't care what
Gold
anybody
on
says.
my range.
And he has some sneaky hits too that people don't talk about on that album mixtape. But I don't know. I think Lil Yachty could find himself in that predicament where he has more hits than people think, but he also has, you know, a career that goes past music. This is more of the swag rappy as to where I think the first album was more genre bending. It was more pop, and to me, this is a little bit more of the drip.
Yeah, 100%. A lot more drip. Some of the what was the one that I actually felt like was not bad? Actually, Yacht Club actually really wasn't that bad.
Yacht Club was decent. I like Who Want the Smoke purely because Offset spazzed at the end of it.
Offset did spaz.
Drop 40 in my coupe. Like, he just went off. And Cardi had a verse too on that. So Who Want the Smoke is a standout for me, but that's been out for a while. That's been out for some months. I'm the Mac was interesting.
I actually would probably say this is probably his best project, though.
Oh, I agree. I think it's his best project. I don't think that there's like huge hits on it. But he might be able to survive. If French Montana can walk around here with no classic albums and
Talk
still
to
be
him.
as people love French Montana. He comes out with a hit every 4 years. So it's like, I don't know. Little Yachty can survive. He's one of those rare cases where I don't think to stay relevant, he needs to put out hits on an album. He might be okay just saying, oh, you guys forgot about me? Here, get me some streaming money and get me some modeling gigs, and we're just going to keep it moving.
Well, he can stay current, too, by being on features with all these up-and-coming SoundCloud rappers as well.
Yep.
So...
yeah. It's true.
He's probably like middle of the lane. He's not going to be super cheap, but name wise, you're going to get a lot of bang for your buck, probably.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
Shout out to
cover
Lil Yachty.
art is sick.
Cover art's hard.
I definitely, that was one of the things I noticed. I was like, dang, dude, this should have been his first mixtape cover. Or his album cover, because this is
no, this is hard. I like this a lot. Shout out to Lil Yachty, man. Nothing to prove. It's out right now. Now, Khalid, Sun City. It's an EP. It came out. I was really excited about it. And it is 7 songs long. However, I will say the 4th song, Salem's Interlude, is an interlude. And then Motion is kind of like a prelude to Better.
Right.
In a way. It trails into Better. A lot of the beat comes from Better in a different way.
913
sort of,
is not a song.
Yep, 913 is not a song either. It's like a introduction.
It's more like 5 songs.
Yeah, it's more like 5 songs instead of 7. Vertigo is a song that grew on me. That's track number 2. And I didn't like Vertigo when I first heard it. Not didn't like it. I just was like, okay.
Right. That's only because we have such high expectations for our boy.
Yeah, because I'll still say that I don't think there's bad songs on this. There's just songs that aren't like these huge. They don't get me in my like feelings like, yeah, this is hard. This is crazy.
Right.
Saturday Nights is cool. I could see Saturday Nights being on the American Teen album. Better is still a smash. That song's amazing. Like I said, Motion is like a prelude to Better, so I don't even know if I count it. I don't know. It's okay though. Sun City's my favorite song.
I knew it was gonna be Sun City.
Yeah,
because I
Sun City's
texted you. I was like,
amazing.
Better's still the best, but I was like, when you said no, not for me,
Yeah.
I was like, there can only be one other song.
Yeah, Sun City.
Because I think that's the single
different.
he's pushing right now.
Oh, I mean, I think it'll do well. And looking at what Mia, which is Bad Bunny and Drake, that just went number 1 on the Latin charts. Like the whole vibe. If you can get into the Latin vibe and the Jamaican Afrobeat vibe, like it's.
Well, I think the thing that everybody is like interested in is like Drake actually sounds. He probably did a lot of takes, but.
He sounds good.
He sounds good. Yeah.
Sounds good. He just actually beat the Beatles for most top 10s consistently.
That's wild.
In like a however many month period or whatever. I don't know what it is, but he just beat the Beatles for that. So shout out to Drake. So yeah, Sun City is my favorite, but Better is like on its heels. Better is a really, really, really good song. I like that song a lot.
Better is my favorite.
I'm excited for more Khalid in another album, like a full length project. This did make me go back and listen to American Teen, and bro, there's so many songs that are good on that album that like aren't like talked about a lot. It's a great album. Darn near, if he goes on to have 4 or 5 really successful albums, I'll say American Teen's a classic.
Yeah.
I'm there where I would say that. So
I got you as a vinyl.
yes, yeah, and the vinyl's crisp too. Sounds Gucci. Khalid, Sun City, very, very dope. So Summer Walker, I've heard Summer Walker before. She's going on tour with Black and They. I liked her CPR song that came out a few months ago. This album is extremely short, 30-minute album. She went the Tierra Whack way, I guess, where she's just not doing second verses. Her stuff is longer than Tierra's, but she's like letting the actual song and instrumentation go longer. That's why.
Okay.
But if we're going like by wording, it's pretty just as short as Tierra.
Interesting.
I wanted something full length from her though, like I don't know, no second verses. You don't
That's
realize
rough.
how much you missed it because you remember back in the day it was 3 verses,
Right. Yeah.
Like now it's just 2.
Well, that's what they were talking about when the Pusha T interview.
Yeah.
Oh, that's news. We haven't even
That's
talked
news.
about that.
That's news. You're right.
That dropped Wednesday. That
Yes.
dropped right after our party. We'll get into that.
We'll
then.
get into that. But
They were talking about how like you used to have to do 3 verses. He said something about how many bars, and they were like, "Who's doing 30?"
Yeah. Who's doing 32s anymore, man?
Yeah.
So that's how I felt about this though. I felt like it was too short. There are some songs on here though. Girls Need Love is really good. CPR is decent. Karma and Prayed Up and everything from 9 through 12 I really, really enjoyed, and I was like, oh, be longer. So shout out to Summer Walker, someone who I wasn't super familiar with. I just knew she was going on tour with Black, but after listening to this, I do like more, and it's called Last Day of Summer, so make sure you go listen to that. Let's see, did you listen to Little Mosey? I'm guessing that's how he's pronouncing it.
Nah.
North's Best. Now he is getting a big push. You know, we talk sometimes on this podcast about how you can tell that Apple is giving a push to some artist.
Right.
He's getting a big push on Spotify. He is all over a lot of the Spotify playlists I've seen. And he is not bad. It's a mixture of rap and electro.
Okay.
For sure. But it's not bad. The song Noticed is actually a really good song, I think, and Yappa is okay. But it's an interesting project. I think if you're young, then I think you'll like it. If you're young and you go to a lot of festivals, then I think you'll probably be into it. Jessie Reyez, now she dropped Being Human in Public. It's kind of an EP. Some of these songs have been out for quite a while. Some songs are new. There's 7 songs on it though, and this is a collection that I think is good. I mean, I'm a Jessie Reyez guy. I think that she has a very unique sound. She can write. I think lyrically she's kind of above a lot of people, the things that she's talking about, but
She reminds me of like female Amine.
yeah, a little bit. Yeah, I agree.
Amine, sorry.
I agree. She's like a female Mine. I can see that.
I just got those vibes the entire time.
I can see that. She's really, really different, and she's okay with being different. I was reading an article where like there's like this music summit that people go to and in Toronto. And I guess her and Daniel Caesar were there at the same time, and like Oliver hangs out around there, and that's how he finds like young new people with sounds, so that when Drake is ready to create an album and stuff, that Drake likes to be in the room, with people that can, give him juice. And I guess he tried to like scoop her up early, and she was just like, I don't understand the structure of a label, so I kind of want to like do it. And Daniel was like into it, but he was like, I feel like Division is so in the vein of what I'm doing that I don't want to like,
Right.
I don't want to go to like the R&B creepy dark room label and then just be another guy.
Right.
But
Thank
they're
goodness.
still really good friends with all of them. But Jessie is really, really good.
Can you imagine if Drake had a feature with somebody like Daniel Caesar?
I think it'll happen.
He doesn't
sooner than you
have
think.
that.
I think
with
it'll
somebody like him.
happen sooner than you think.
This next album might be really different.
I think so too. Especially the way people have responded to side B. And I know we're jumping all over the place, but the way that people are really responding to side B, and again, the Pusha interview on Joe Budden's podcast, he said that Jaded was his song. And I can tell that he wasn't joking. He was like, no, Jaded is my song. Like partially he's trying to be funny.
Right.
By picking an R&B song and saying that that's his favorite Drake song. He's trying to say like Drake's not a rapper. He's trying to take away his credibility. But the way he said it, I think he really is like, no, that's my song.
Yeah.
The way that people are responding to side B, I really do think that we're going to see a very interesting turn in Drake.
That's just my guess.
A really interesting move here. And I like it. I like it though. So Jessie Reyez, being human
Maybe,
in public.
To be fair though, I think we'll get a Take Keith mixtape.
Yeah. I think that's on the
coming.
table as well. I think that's on the table as well. So moving on to Gawvi, get him. Gawvi, Panorama, it's out now. He is a collaborator, beat maker, producer. There's so many titles. He's done a lot of creative design stuff too. With Medina, there's a lot that he's done, but shout out to Gawvi. Panorama is out right now. It is 17 songs long, full-length project, and there's a lot of fire on this.
I didn't get bored actually.
There's a lot of fire on this. I've listened to it twice through, and I can say that there are some really, really good songs. Salute, I know this sounds weird, but Salute is my favorite song.
I know, I'm not surprised actually.
Bro, Salute is so good. Like, I love that record.
I liked how he taps into his
like the Hispanic sound.
Republican sound.
Yeah.
What was it? Baker Act was crazy to me.
Baker Act is cool.
Sling. There wasn't a song I really didn't like. Maybe besides like the very last song, it just wasn't. I think it was a song where he was trying to put on like artists that people don't really know about. That's kind of how it felt to me. And they did their thing, but it just wasn't for me. But this project is going to be one where I'm like, yo, you need to listen to it. And it's going to get overlooked a lot. And it's disappointing because, like you said, there is actually some really straight fire. Like, but With You still is like,
With You is crazy. But again, the same thing I'm saying with Summer Walker. Some of my favorite stuff on here isn't long. Salute's my favorite joint, and it's not long. It's not 2 minutes. There No Gas. I like No Gas. Not 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Moments of like there's songs on here that I was like, fam, you pick this song to shortchange me on.
By the way, he produced these beats and they're fire.
They're fire.
Some of them are nuts. I forget what song it is. There's this one where he's got, I think it is Baker. Yeah, I think that was Baker Act. It's got like these trumpets and this like synth to it, and I was like, yo, this beat is bonkers. Yeah, I'm just a fan, and I really like Fight For Me featuring Lecrae. I like Fashion Joe, which actually was all inspired by Joseph and His Colored Dreams. So if you listen to it, it's called Fashion. It's like, it's actually a super complex concept song that's like really good and well done. I think the only song I didn't like was Green Card. And the last one didn't really vibe. Those are the only two. It was dope.
Yeah.
Guys, you got to check it out.
Gawvi, Panorama, go get it. Go listen to it. I promise any conception you have in your mind of like what this type of music will be, I think it'll be shattered if you go back and listen to We Belong too. We Belong was good to me. I really enjoyed We Belong. I think that you should listen to We Belong and Panorama and go like,
his projects are all solid.
This is fire. Yeah.
Even we've talked about him for a while now, man. I still think people don't get it.
They don't understand. Empress she dropped Us. I like this little EP. She was featured on Khalid's Sun City, the song, and she put out a full-length project, and I think it's pretty good. She can write. Her voice is not the best, but she's not like the singer.
Right.
So I don't think that it matters much. My favorite song is Timberland's. I like the concept of it. It was just cool. She just seems like a cool little city chick, and I liked it.
You gonna
I
meet
thought
her
it was
in New
pretty good.
York?
Maybe I'll meet her in New York and she can.
Dude, you gotta
give
go.
me some pizza.
You gotta go to like a open mic session somewhere.
An open mic.
Yeah, just to catch the vibes, bro.
I want to catch all the vibes. But yeah, I like Timberlands. I like the song I Don't Even Smoke Weed. There's another song.
That's a
I
great
like.
title.
I know. It's like I'm saying, like her writing I think is really, really interesting. I like her writing style. It's really cool. And I pay attention to lyrics, and it's cool to see a lot of these ladies have really nice lyrics. I like it. So Empress of Us. It's really good. Let's see what else I listened to. Of course, Brent Faiyaz. He dropped an EP called Lost. We've talked on this podcast multiple times about how he needs to hurry up and stop messing around.
Yeah, I was happy to see this.
This wasn't 6 songs of like amazing songs, but there are 2 on here that I absolutely love. 3 actually. Came Right Back, Trusted Around Me. That skid, that 2 through 5, that 2 through 4, I love.
See, I like Why Is It So Hard in Pounds?
Those are
So
pretty
then
good
it's
as
not
well.
a bad project
So,
if you
yeah,
can have
if we
two
can
different
pick different-
people,
yeah.
and then we could both pick different songs that we enjoy more.
I
Then
agree.
that means he did a good job.
Yeah, I agree. His voice is just like, it reminds me of like old Babyface. It's so weird. Like I don't know how to describe his voice. It's not this crazy powerful voice, but I don't know. It's really good. Shout out to Brent Faiyaz, Sonder. Shout out to Yachty. He's doing the halftime
Genesis
show
halftime show
right now
on Monday Night Football, and that's how he's going to stay in the game, ladies and gentlemen.
Yachty.
And his beat, he's got an image.
Yeah.
The image is like everything.
Yeah. I don't think he should ever color his hair anything other than red. I
Red.
think he
Well,
should
tell him. Let me be honest, dude. Twitter will freak out if he ever shaves his.
Yeah.
Everybody will be like, "This is like when." I'm trying to think, because then this would be like when Nelly went to fade,
Yeah.
because he had braids, right?
No, Nelly didn't have braids. Nelly had Ludacris.
It was Luda.
Yeah, Ludacris.
Yes. Everybody freaked
Ludacris.
out. That's right. I apologize. Yeah, Luda.
And it was wild because Ludacris like made that a part of his whole album rollout. Like the
Yeah.
fact that when Busta cut
Oh,
the
with
dreads
the
off
dreads?
the Big Bang
Oh my
album and to
gosh.
touch it, and it was like this big production because he signed the Aftermath.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, hair is a big deal, is what I'm learning. But yeah, shout out to Brent Faiyaz. Shout out to Lil Yachty. Lost is the EP from Brent Faiyaz.
That's a great-
is pretty
A lot of
fire,
good.
though.
There's been actually a lot of good music this week.
Lot of good music this week. I listened to Jane Doe or Jean Doe, not sure how it's supposed to be said. She's a really good friend of Kehlani, and I bring that up because that's kind of what you can expect. Like it's that type of R&B. Nothing we got to spend a lot of time on, but there's a song called Say Less that you'll
good?
listen to it and go, Kehlani could have written this. Like,
Okay, that makes sense.
yeah. So think of Kehlani stylistically, and you'll have what Jane Doe kind of is, and I kind of like her name too.
Jane Doe.
Any more albums, full length projects I'm forgetting?
Let me see if I can pull it up real quick. I don't know if you got a
Sure.
chance to listen to the Christon Gray project.
I did not. I did not listen to the Christian Grey project, but you said you did.
Clear the Air.
Clear the air.
You know, he's still super talented. It's not bad, but if you guys haven't listened to School of Roses, it just was something actually really, really special. And his stuff just doesn't have that spot, that spark that School of Roses had. You know what I mean? So you could tell like the ability is there and everything, but ever since that project, man, he just hasn't been able, like, I haven't fallen in love with the project since then. And so because of that, it's just super hard. And to me, it's not like Kanye where it's like Graduation comes out and you're like, okay, Like, could you argue that it's not anywhere near as good as College Dropout? Sure, but can you argue like this is still like super, super, super good? Yes, you can.
Yeah.
But for me, it's just okay. He's still super talented. I mean, it's worth a listen. I think there's going to be at least one song everybody can be like, yo, this is
a great song.
Really, really great. But in terms of like head to toe album, man, there's just something's missing from there. I think he just had something special, and then unfortunately circumstances just got in the way of that. But
well, I'll definitely go back and listen to it because I do like him a lot. I'm gonna go back this week and listen to it.
Gray, Gray, Christon Gray, definitely worth a listen. If I was gonna have to pick one though, listen to if you gun was to my head and you were like, what do I listen to? Panorama or Clear the Air? I'd be like
Panorama, yeah.
Paranoia. Sorry, not Panorama. Panorama sitting on the 9/11.
Wait, what? It is Panorama. Are you talking about Gawvi's?
I thought it was I think it's Paranoia.
No, it's Panorama. Yeah, it's Panorama.
Oh.
I was
right. Okay.
like,
Switched it up, and I was already right. Loosey Goosey time.
Loosey Goosey time for
Singles.
the Spider-Man animated movie that's coming out called Enter the Spider-Verse. We have Post Malone and Swae Lee. They released a song called Sunflower. Now, I'll say before I listen to this, I had my hopes up. I had my hopes up a lot. Like, I was like, this could take over the winter. Like, this could be nuts. And it didn't do that for me. I thought it was okay, but
I think it's a great song.
I'm not saying great. I cannot say great. It's a good song, but it's not. I thought that this was going to shut things down, like have a huge, huge effect. And it hasn't done that for me.
Okay.
Not for me.
It's a great song. And you got to think that this is coming from a Spider-Man animated movie. So good job on them to get these two together, because I think it will actually do very, 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 very well.
I think they're smart by having the movie have the different characters that they're having and the diverse cast of Spider-Man with all the different Spider-Men and women that they're having in the cast, and then saying, let me go get people from the culture to be on the soundtrack.
He's wearing Air Force Ones, bro.
Yeah. Well, he's also wearing Jordan 1s too.
Sorry, I meant to say Jordan 1s.
All right.
You can shoot me.
That's all right. I'm not going to shoot you.
You can shoot me,
Ain't no problem.
sneakerheads.
That's not a problem.
Ain't no problem. But I actually want to see this movie opening day. Like, I'm actually super hyped for this movie.
I want to see this movie too. I think it's going to be good. I've been excited about it since it was announced.
Cool.
So looking forward to it. Joji, Test Drive. He's consistent. I'll say he's consistent. This didn't blow me away either, but I liked it.
Right.
And it's
Agreed.
on a play. I've put it on a playlist. A song doesn't have to blow me away to be on a playlist. I'll put it like that. But it's a good song that, like, when I'm driving, I would like to listen to it. And it's called Test Drive. So, Joji. Tory Lanez put out a song. He has an album coming out real soon featuring Meek Mill. Daniel Caesar, Who Hurt You? So I listened to this week's Joe Budden podcast, and he hates the song because it's in the same key of some of the of some of the other songs on the last album, and he thinks it's lazy. So while I see what he's saying, to hear him be like a little misogynistic and dirty was kind of refreshing. It kind of made me feel like he's experiencing some things. Maybe he's falling in love. Maybe he's doing things bad. To me, all that stuff means I'm going to get a different album. You know, there's growth in the artist. I always like it when an artist is in love. Give me that album. Give me the Heartbreak album. Yeah. Like, I want to know through your writing that you've experienced things. And lyrically, I think it's very different. Lyrically, he's saying, like, I'm experiencing new things.
How detailed do you like your experiences?
Not crazy. About as detailed as he goes is enough.
Okay. What about Plies level?
No, because that Plies and Pleasure P song, Get You Wet. You remember that one?
I know, that's where I was going. Like,
No.
water.
No, that's a lot.
Don't listen to that song, ladies and gentlemen. We're not. Okay, moving on.
Or listen to it.
It's a lot going on. It's a lot.
That's all I got on.
ZAYN from One Direction dropped Fingers. I feel like his buzz is completely dead stateside.
Right.
I think over
Well,
there he's still.
you know,
I think over there he still makes a fuss.
I think the biggest fault with this one is he forgot. He forgot to put chicken in front of the fingers. It would have sold stupid. I couldn't even say it straight because I knew that was so dumb.
Fam.
He probably song would have been a lot more
The song
popular.
the song would have been a hit if he would have put the word chicken in front of Fingers.
If it would have been chicken fingers instead.
Lordy, lordy.
Are you chicken tenders or chicken fingers?
Big tender guy. Fingers freak me out. Whenever I hear people say chicken
Really?
fingers, I'm like, it's not right. Because I would never want to eat someone's fingers.
Edward chicken finger hands? You wouldn't be down for that?
No. Because I feel
I'd
like.
be getting my sauces out.
So you're saying that if a man had a hand made of chicken, you'd eat it?
Yo, slap me all you want, bro.
Oh, no.
They gotta be
No.
nice and warm.
What?
Like if there's cold chicken fingers, I'm like, yeah, no, dog.
Cold chicken fingers are good.
You just said you don't like saying chicken fingers.
Chicken tenders. Cold
Okay,
chicken
you
tenders
gotta
are
be
good.
consistent on this
All
podcast.
right, I'm sorry. I'm just saying chicken fingers are not good. Chicken tenders,
Yo, let us
cold
know.
or warm.
Daps
are
_pounds. Hit us up Twitter, Instagram. Y'all like them chicken tenders or you call them chicken fingers?
We only care about the real stuff on this
We're
podcast.
hard-hitting.
Luis Fonzi and Ozuna, they gave us a Impossible song. I actually like this song a lot. Let's see. Little Mix, Nicki Minaj was featured. Woman Like Me. It's just your typical pop record with a rap feature. The 1975, It's Not Living If It's Not With You. I'm really excited for their album to come out. They need to stop dropping singles though. Let's see here. What else came out? Kane Brown dropped a song. Zara Larson. Zara Lawson, who I like, and she's had really cool projects, came out with a song, Ruin My Life. And I must say that jokingly, I say things like this with my friends, but fam, I'm sick of girls like putting out songs that's like, I can't wait for you to just F my life up. Like, yeah, ruin my life. That's how much I want to be in love. Yeah. I'm just like, no, that doesn't sound good.
No.
Don't
I
ruin
agree.
my life.
Yeah, don't.
So that annoyed me. but I guess it's okay. other
That
than
annoyed
that.
me. That's funny.
That annoyed me. People are really buzzing about this Billie English girl.
I feel like she's got to be an industry plant
Have you seen the buzz though? I feel like people are just like,
No, that's why she's an industry plant because
weird.
there's way too much buzz. Like
Yeah.
constant buzz, Apple Music buzz, Spotify buzz, Tidal buzz, interviews from all sorts of different places. That's why I'm like, I'm not sure how I feel. I don't think it's legit buzz.
yeah,
She's an interesting character. I don't know if you guys have seen the video. She lets a tarantula just come on right out of her mouth.
fam. How much would it? I can barely even say this. How much would someone have to pay you to let like a big wolf, like one of those hairy Jones, like on your mouth, like
the
put it on-
tarantula?
Yeah, to put it on your mouth. Put it on your mouth.
Right. I know.
Touching your lips.
I'm being very realistic. That's why I'm thinking about this. 10 grand.
Fam,
actually,
you'd
5
have to give
grand.
me $90 million.
No, 5 grand. I'd do it for 5 grand.
my,
if
bless
somebody,
you.
if somebody
Bless
was
you.
like, "Yo, I'll give you
You're more gangster than me,
$5,000
man.
right now if you put this tarantula on your mouth," I'll be like. Plus, my wife, she wouldn't look, but she'd hit me and she'd be like, "You better do it."
5,000 can't buy you new lips, fam.
$5,000
They can't buy you new lips.
can help get us out of debt too. So that's the truth right there.
Man, I need $90 gajillion cash. Ugh, gives me anxiety just thinking about it. Oh my goodness. Sorry, another tangent on this podcast.
Thanks, Billy.
Thanks, Billy. How do you feel about the Joyner Lucas joint? I love. Now I will say I think his cover art's hard. with the hands over the face being a thing. I think
Joyner
that's
is
kind of
just
cool.
like whatever to me.
Yeah, interesting kid. James Arthur, Empty Space. This song was pretty good. I like James Arthur. He has a way about him. Now, I will say that Luke Christopher, I was clowning him on the podcast for putting out songs every single week. Again, he put out Take My Breath Away. Did a little research. Reading is fundamental, and I found out that he's going the Russ route.
Okay.
And he's dropping a song every week.
Oh,
It's not leading to an album. They're not Loosie's.
I like it.
These
I
are
like it.
songs.
That's smart. If you can do it, do it.
Yeah, he wanted to drop 52 songs because I guess on his last album, there wasn't the right amount of promotion behind it, which I said because I loved the album and I thought it should be bigger. So he left the label and he was like, I'm taking things in my own hands. I'm just dropping a song every week. And then after the label see what they missed, then, I'll be ready to sign another deal.
Okay.
Interesting stuff.
Take that, label.
Any other singles
No.
that you can think of?
But I am going to talk about somebody who I am. What?
I just laugh. No, but I'm going to talk about somebody. I felt like we were at school and like you were like, get up, Zach. What did you prevent for the class? I'm going to talk about Christopher Columbus, who raped and pillaged. All right, sorry, go.
Threw off the Emperor's Groove.
I like that.
Yeah.
Is that new?
What do you mean? Is that new?
I've never heard that. I've never heard people
Bro,
say
Emperor's Groove.
No, fam. I know. I've never heard someone say you've thrown off the Emperor's Groove.
Oh.
I like that.
Pink Sweats.
Oh, yeah. Pink Sweats.
Volume 1, ladies and gentlemen.
Totally forgot to talk about him.
Oh my gosh. I came across this dude last Tuesday night, and I can't tell you how many times I've listened to these 3 songs. This boy has only got 3 songs. Would You Honestly and No Replacing You. It is straight R&B acoustic fire. Was there any song that you didn't like?
Oh, no. What's
What's your personal favorite? Because all 3 of these songs are crazy good to me.
It's actually kind of hard for me to pick a favorite. I will say probably Honesty.
I would
Probably Honesty. Or Would You?
I would go
I'll say
Honesty
Would
and
You.
then Would You, and then following by No Replacing You. Because the whole
tough.
like Bonnie and Clyde feel like Whitney and Bobby, like just like the
Yeah,
play on words
yeah.
and stuff like that.
Word.
Oh my gosh, guys, I can't tell you enough. This is my most hyped pick of a long time. I got so hyped when I heard this dude. If this dude can continue to put music out like this, he will be a certified stud. I promise you, I'm putting all my chips down. I believe it. I've seen it with Frank Ocean. I've seen it with Drake. I've seen it with The Weeknd. Okay, I've seen it with Tory Kelly. I've been here. I've been around listening to new artists long enough where there are some people I just know got it. And if he can continue to put out music like these 3 songs, you are going to know this man's name.
And when you're searching for him, it's Pink Sweats with a $sign as the last S. When you're searching for it.
Now
But
I'm like Pink
I said,
Sweats
it's
featuring Ty Dolla $ign.
called Volume 1. Really good though. Like Dobie was saying, this guy has the potential to be really, really big. I can just have a dream about how many tours I'd like to see him open up for people on.
Well, Tierra Whack retweeted him saying
Yeah.
like this, basically saying like he's got it. And we keep on talking to you about Tierra Whack. Tierra Whack is known around the industry. Trust me. They were just talking about this girl on the Joe Budden podcast. Like, people know who Tierra Whack is. Chance knows who Tierra Whack is. Everybody does. She's becoming the best kept secret, but not a secret anymore. That's
And
what's funny
then
about it.
just dropped this afternoon too. I've listened to both of these songs only once. Normani, she comes from Fifth Harmony. She did the Love Lies with Khalid, and Love Lies has gone a lot platinum. It's a huge song for her. She dropped 2 songs with Calvin Harris, one featuring WizKid, Checklist and Slow Down. So Checklist is the Caribbean vibe one. Slow Down is more traditional pop R&B. Both of these are fire. I think Normani could be like the stud out of Fifth Harmony that people weren't really thinking about, other than Camilla. I mean, Camilla
Right.
left.
Well,
but
didn't Nicki Minaj say something about that?
Normani is that B word.
Yeah. Exactly.
Camilla is out of here. Of the was it the American Music Awards? She won like 1 million awards.
I
Like
don't know.
she's a huge Camilla. And from the Billboard Awards last year, her first televised performance, I looked at that performance with Pharrell and I said, Camila Cabello is out of here. She is going to be huge. American Music Awards, she won Artist of the Year. She won Breaking blah, 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 blah. Like Camila Cabello, with being able to cross over to Spanish and be pop and open for Taylor Swift every night and have that type of fam, Camila Cabello is out of here.
Yeah.
Normani, though, I think Normani is going to be the next one.
I really like that song with Pharrell too.
Yeah, I do too. Camilla has a good album, actually. Really good album.
Sangria wine.
Sangria wine.
Move it side to side.
I think that's all the new music, though. We're going to get into a little bit of a beef update. We told you guys that Drake went on LeBron's shop, and he talked about the Pusha T beef. Pretty much said that Kanye West leaked a bunch of information and gave Pusha T the ammo he needed to tell everyone about his Adidas deal, to tell everyone about his son, and to make fun of 40 being sick. Well,
and then Drake basically was like, I wanted to fight. I did record a record, but I didn't want to be known as the guy who said all these bad things that I said. And I wanted to be able to live with myself, which...
Yeah.
I don't know if he felt that way, but I think people convinced him to feel that way.
Right. I agree.
I actually do think he wanted to drop that record.
I do too. I think there were people in his ear saying, bro, your brand, people don't necessarily want to partner with you if you're wishing death on, you know, and Drake is the safest rapper in the world. Well, Chance kind of is,
Right.
but those two are like the safest rappers in the world where people know them and aren't like afraid to, you know, there was a time when the most known rapper in the world was 50 Cent. Like,
yeah, you're right.
Moms would know who 50 Cent was, and they would be like, oh, I know rap music. I know 50 Cent. But with Drake, they're like, not only do I know rap music, I let it play in the house. I like it. Yeah, they curse every once in a while, but it's okay. So we've come a long way from 50 to Drake as far as pervasive language and what's being allowed to be said.
Yeah, true.
So the update is that Pusha T went on the Joe Budden podcast, sat down with the crew there, and wanted to shed more insight on things that happened.
Of course
and
he did.
Boy, did he spill tea. He's insane. I hate that, by the way. I don't know why that's a thing. I don't know like when spilling the tea became a thing because I don't understand it and I hate things I don't understand, like racists. I think like, is it British? Like, do you spill tea? Is that information? What does that even mean?
Do you got that tick, bro?
I used to have tick out here.
I believe it.
I don't have any more tick. But yeah, so Pusha T spilled all the tea. He said
He wasn't
that,
minding his own business.
No, he said that 40, Drake's producer, Noah Shabib,
Drake did confirm that 40 was there early.
Was there. He says that 40, his producer, was sleeping with a girl. This girl came back and told Pusha T and Camp all about Drake's Adidas deal and his child. Pusha then uses this information to write the song. Pusha goes on to release tapes on the podcast of, he's pretty much saying that Drake's camp got a hold of a girl from Pusha's camp, and had her asking around trying to get information on Pusha, offering $100,000 so that she could double back and give it to Drake, and he would pay her for this information so that Drake could make a song. The Virginia drug dealers that this alleged situation happened with did not give in. In fact, they gave the information to Pusha, and that's one of the reasons why Pusha says that there's no diss out there. He says that there's no diss out there because why wouldn't you put out the diss when I've done all of this to you? You obviously don't have any information and I'm clean. There's nothing you can find on me. Which if Pusha is crafting all of this and he's lying and all of this, it's great. It's a really good,
Right.
you know what I mean? He's doing a great job.
I don't think he had dirt necessarily on Push. I think he was just going to go out Push's like career, his record sales, go that route on him. Probably just talk about how like people in good music probably don't like being in good music and he's the president. Probably go that route, but I think he had a ton of dirt on Kanye. I think it was going to be way more
I think so.
associated with Kanye because it seemed like he was more so mad at Kanye. But I think he was going to have harsh words for Push just due to the 40 thing.
I think you're right. What's a little weird in telling is that the reason why he's saying allegedly 40 told this girl stuff is because 40 is not happy with, he's disgruntled. He's not happy with Drake and he's not happy with where he is in OVO and things like that. So he was pillow talking. That's a little problematic just because what we see, 40 and Drake are, you know, brothers, like very, very close. We see 40 be hands-on with all of the OVO artists and stuff like that. So we're assuming 40 is happy. So if that is true, then I hope that all of that gets resolved and like it's not a big deal because, I mean, they're my favorite label. I'm being biased. But yeah. So who knows?
How much stock can you put into a girl like that anyways?
I know. I don't know.
Thotties will be thotties.
Thotties will be thotties. I don't know.
Anyways, if it is true, that sucks. So be it. I mean, they gotta be man to man about it. But I think also too, though, it is true. Kanye did hear everything. Kanye didn't say anything.
Oh. And we'll never truly know. Well, that's the thing. We'll never truly know. I think it was really telling when Pusha said that he was gonna go regardless.
Yeah, I know.
He was gonna go just to go and be competitive.
Right. And he's like, there's rules in this, blah, 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 or there ain't no rules in this. But he was like, well, he's so flip-flop because he was like in other interviews, he's like, well, he mentioned my wife's name and he didn't even mention the name.
I think what's special about the Chance interview and the Pusha interview, there's something when people, and the Black interview, there's something about when people sit down with Joe that he gets them to be a little more raw.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that that's what we saw with Push. I liked the interview. I thought it was good. I thought that I was happy with what Push had to say as far as keeping this going. It was very interesting. It was insightful. Had everyone talking for a day, and I think that's what you want from an interview.
That's exactly what he wanted.
So from a journalistic point of view, I thought it was great.
He's going on tour everywhere, but he's hitting little clubs here and there.
He's going on tour in clubs. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
he ain't nowhere near Drake's
arenas
that
or
again. So
stadiums.
he's making a name for himself. He's a businessman. He's a businessman. That's why he went on the talk show.
He's a businessman.
Businessman, okay? Businessman.
But listen, if I were Pusha, I would be doing this. If I were the type of guy to do that, I would be doing this. To me, he's doing what he's supposed to. He's gonna try to get his name put in as many headlines as he can to try to goat Drake back into something so that he can get his name bigger. That's exactly what you should do if you are in this position and you want to keep something going. So shout out to Push, man. It's very interesting how this is all going to work out. On the Saturday version of the podcast with Joe, Maul said that he had talked to Drake and that Drake said that, you know, he thought that they did a stellar job as far as getting the information. He understood why they had to do it. He understood that there was gonna be a response.
Biased.
I don't think they were biased at all.
And that's the one thing I was impressed with. They were not biased at all. Because I think something like even Joe is just like, because they almost said like, yeah, we're Drake fans, like,
Yeah.
And then I thought it was funny. He's like, "Ma, you gonna be good still? You?"
I'll be fine.
I didn't know that because I didn't listen to Saturday's episode.
Yeah, so they said that Maul talked to him and he said, I get it, I understand. And Drake said, I was expecting that there would be a response after the shop came out.
Right.
Six God is watching. You know, like you, and he said, I'm gonna continue to watch you guys. I'm gonna continue to see the conversation. and I would love to come sit down with you guys on the podcast at some time.
Yo.
Which, if you want to talk about the internet shutting down, because there is
They would get at Drake.
Not only that, there is a lot to discuss. There's been a rumor for a long time that what started a long time ago, Drake and Joe's beef, was that Drake smashed Joe's girl a long time ago. Not the girl he currently has, an ex. And that Drake had to like check and clear it with Joe first. Like, there's a lot to talk about. The Joe Drake beef.
I'm sure Joe don't care anymore.
No, could care less. Could care less.
That's why it's probably okay now.
Oh, it's great.
He's like, I'm good, man.
Yeah.
I love my life.
There's the Joe Drake beef. There is
Joe is the happiest not being a rapper right now.
Oh my gosh. I don't think I've ever seen a transition. Like a second half
Since
to your
Gucci?
career, since Gucci, since Juicy J is able to like come out with like
2
random
Chainz.
2 Chainz too, like, but to like retire from rapping and like be like this media guy is so interesting to me.
What's funny is
So funny.
Joe tried to tell Ack and them. He tried.
And he said, I know my worth. I'm going to take my bag of creative stuff and I'm going to leave. And I'm going to do something else. And all you need is a couple people to pay attention to you and you'll do it. Oh, also on the Saturday podcast, he made a huge crazy point. He was saying, even in the little beefs that I get into, whether it's Offset, Eminem, Drake, whatever I've ever gotten into,
Right.
me retiring was the best thing ever because having a podcast, all you can do is make a beef record about me that's going to get listened to for a month. I can talk about you for 3 hours. 3 hours of people's undivided attention. You know what I mean? Like, I'm getting them to break their day to listen to me for 3 hours.
That's hilarious, actually.
And so he was like, fam, stuff has changed. Like, I realized that rap wasn't making money, so I moved. Hilarious stuff.
Good stuff, Joe.
So that's a beef update. Hopefully the day comes where Drake sits down on the Joe Budden podcast and
Probably
we
be
get some
after.
more.
It's going to be sometime after the tour.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Because he just bought a new place out in L.A. I think it was to move away from Kanye, by the way.
Yeah.
Remember they were close?
Yeah.
I think it was to move away from...
His new fortress looks crazy. Like, it looks like a compound. It's insane.
Isn't he like top 5 most rich rappers right now?
Yeah, probably. Of people who like rap. As far as like hip hop business, it's probably still Puff and Jay.
Oh, yeah.
But if, like rappers, yeah, he's up there. He's probably 1 or 2.
I think he's still like top 5.
Yeah. Guys, we have talked about beef. We have talked about the fact that we're watching Monday Night Football. We've talked about singles, the Loosie Goosies. We've talked about all the new albums that came out. We have talked about it all just about. So I pray that you have an amazing week. We're going to close this show out the only way we know how. That's with 101 conversation starters for couples. Dobie, tell us what you got.
Ladies and gentlemen, I know this is your favorite segment.
The best segment.
And I know that there are a lot of things that you want to know. And that is why we have this book. So, recall something special about your high school or college graduation. Yo, I was dating Lauren at the time, and their parents didn't want me to say bye to her.
Okay, what was the question again? I'm sorry.
So that was whack.
Recall something about a college what?
High school or a college graduation.
Oh.
I remember that. That was whack. But then college was way better because my wife and her family were there.
I will recall that college graduation was really cool for me because I really enjoyed looking up at the stands and seeing my dad asleep.
Yo, also,
This is
we
really
actually had
good.
one of the worst
Funny.
speakers ever. Everybody said it. He was the most pompous, like, idiot speaker. And of course, we're at like this Christian college, so you think it's a very motivational thing. He was basically like, look what I did. Be like me. Look what I did. Like, it was nothing about it. It was terrible. It was long and terrible.
That's bananas.
Oh, gosh.
That's funny. Guys, that was 101 conversations. That was 101 conversations. That was 101 conversation starters. Now I sound like Sean Connery. For couples.
Sounds good, yeah.
Thank you so much.
I'm going to sound like an old school mob boss.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, Shay, give us your money, Shay.
This is the Daps
Give us a review on
Pound
Daps and Pound Show on
We
iTunes,
hope
Shay.
that you listen to us and enjoy
5
it.
stars, Shay.
Give us 5 stars.
No, I'll shoot you.
Daps
In your head.
_pounds. My name is Malky. To my left we have
Dobie.
represent 2 mics
2 friends.
and 1 show.
The Daps and Pound Show.
Shout out to the shout out.
Mob gang.
Gang.